Good morning. Thank you. My name is Michael Lombardo, Executive Director for Student Affairs. At this time, I'd like to ask you to please silence your cell phones. If you need to step out for any reason, please do so through the rear doors. Also, we ask that you remain in your seats for the duration of the program. We do have staff photographers who will be capturing students, and these photos will be made available to them, the students. So please do not approach the stage at any time. If you would please stand as you are, our ceremony will begin. Good morning again. We welcome to the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, Physician Assistant Class of 25, Long Coat Ceremony. I am Michael Lombardo, Executive Director of Student Affairs at PCOM, and it is truly an honor to gather here today for this momentous occasion with your families and friends. This ceremony marks a milestone in the lives of our students that are here today, of aspiring healthcare professionals. It symbolizes their entry into clinical practice of medicine and the solemn commitment they are making to uphold the highest standards of compassion, ethics, and care. We are delighted to have with us today Dean Mann, Speaker Rose, distinguished faculty, proud family members, and friends of the class of 2025 for the Graduate Physician Assistant Program. We welcome you to the Physician Assistant White Coat Ceremony. To officially begin our ceremony, please rise for the National Anthem. Thank you, and please be seated. At this time, I'd like to call to the stage Dr. Mann.
Good morning. Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Brian G. Mann, the Interim Dean of the School of Health Professions and Sciences, and on behalf of the entire PCOM community, I extend my warmest congratulations to our graduating class. Look at the individuals sitting around you right now. Your intellect and your dedication for medicine and caring about the healthcare needs of others, you're about to embark on this absolutely extraordinary journey, one that will challenge you, inspire you, and ultimately transform you. That white coat that you will receive today is more than just a piece of clothing. It's a powerful symbol. It represents the trust that patients will place on you, the knowledge you have acquired and will continue to pursue, and the ethical responsibility you will uphold. It signifies the commitment to lifelong learning, to empathy, and to serving humanity with the utmost integrity. Your faculty have enjoyed the opportunity to guide and observe you grow and mature into the physician assistants you are today. We know you're capable and determined individuals with a strong foundation in medicine that will equip you to continue to develop and meet the full potential for the betterment of others in your community. You've worked hard, and it's a privilege and joy to welcome you into our professions and call you colleagues. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Mann, for those inspiring words. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker today, Lauren Rose. Lauren Rose is an alumna of the PCOM PA class of 2024. Lauren was the recipient of the Faculty Recognition Award for Outstanding Student Leadership. This award is awarded to the student who has demonstrated outstanding leadership as a student officer and a participant of the PCOM government and professional organization. Lauren embodies the values we desire to instill in our students. It is an honor to have Lauren share her insights with us today. Lauren.
All right. Good morning, faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, PCOM's PA class of 2025. My name is Lauren Rose, and I am a proud PCOM graduate of the PCOM PA class of 2024, where I had the privilege to serve as the class president. I'm currently completing an emergency medicine fellowship at Penn Medicine. It's surreal to stand before you today. Just 1 year ago, I was sitting where you are now, buzzing with excitement, nerves, and maybe some disbelief that I'd actually made it this far. And now here I am, working as a provider, learning something new every single day, from seasoned nurses, attendings, advanced practice providers, and even a patient's pet rat, and we'll get to that. But first, I want to say this: congratulations. Today is more than donning a white coat. It's about stepping into the privilege and responsibility of becoming a healthcare provider. And I use that word intentionally, provider, because from this point forward, people will turn to you in their most vulnerable moments, seeking answers, reassurance, or to be heard. And let me tell you this up front: you are more ready than you feel. The transition to practice is real. It's uncomfortable, it's exhausting, it's exhilarating. And yes, it can feel terrifying. You'll go from having preceptors to fall back on to being the one people turn to for decisions. That leap can feel massive, and some days it is. So I want to share a quick ER story to prove it. It was my fifth month of fellowship, and I was finally starting to feel like I had a rhythm. I walked into the room to see my first patient of the day, expecting a run-of-the-mill dizziness workup. And instead, I was met with 2 rats, live rats and a pet carrier. They were with the patient at 6 a.m. I blinked, she blinked, and the patient then proudly informed me that she brought them in because, quote, they were her pets. Now, there's no textbook chapter on rodent protocol in the ED, so I did what every smart new grad should do, and I called for backup. Eventually, we got legal involved, and the rats were respectfully and safely escorted from the premises, and I learned a very important lesson. Never be afraid to ask for help. That applies to patients with pet rats and patients with crashing vitals. And while we're talking about learning lessons, there's one that no one taught me in school, but I've come to believe it's one of the most powerful tools in your clinical toolbox, and that's listening. You will learn 1,000 of physical exam techniques, memorize tons of triads, but never underestimate the diagnostic power of simply sitting down, making eye contact, and letting your patient speak. I've had cases where the EKG was fine, the labs were fine, and yet something fell off. And when I stopped trying to fill the silence and just listen, the patient told me everything that I needed to know. Patients often carry their truth in stories. They may not use textbook words, but if you listen between the lines, they'll often tell you the diagnosis, or at the very least, what matters most to them. Listening builds trust, eases fear, and reminds people that they're seen. And sometimes, especially in medicine, being seen is a form of healing. So take the extra 30 seconds, ask the extra question, and let them finish the sentence. Listen not with just your ears, but with your whole presence. That's how you become the kind of provider that people remember. And as a new PA, you will not know everything, and you're not supposed to. Medicine is too vast, too nuanced, and too human for anybody to master overnight. So ask questions, double check, listen, and stay humble, because it will keep your patient safe and you safe as well. In emergency medicine, we often say you're only as strong as your team. And it's true across every specialty. Whether you're in surgery, psychiatry, primary care, or peds, medicine's a team sport. Some of the best clinical pearls I've learned have come from nurses, techs, respiratory therapists, and even housekeeping staff who know how to direct you when you are lost at 2 a.m. in a massive hospital, which that might have been me a time or two. So don't just be on the team, but be a team player. And bring a good attitude, seriously. There are days when everything goes wrong, when the printer jams, the charting piles up, and someone microwaves fish in the break room. But the one thing you can't control is your energy. Show up kind, show up teachable, show up grateful. A positive attitude can shift a unit, lift a patient, and carry you farther than you'd believe. Now, not every day in medicine is funny or light. Some days are gut-wrenching. You'll see things that stay with you, and yet those are the days where you'll find your purpose all over again. I'll never forget my trauma rotation when we received a young patient who'd been shot. He was critically injured and the room was tense. I wasn't the one running the code. I wasn't even the one making the big decisions, but I was present. I helped where I could, and I watched every vital sign, every response, and every cautious moment of hope. And then day by day, he got better. He started talking, he got out of bed, he walked, he made a near full recovery. And I thought, this is why we do it. This is why we studied late nights, why we practiced on our families with otoscopes and reflex hammers, why we lost sleep memorizing antibiotic coverage. It's not for the glory or the paycheck or the initials after our names. It's for the moments when your knowledge, your presence, and your care can change a life. There's one more moment I want to share with you because it's one I still think about often. We had a patient come into the ED for persistent headache and confusion. She wasn't looking great, but she was talking. We wheeled her to the CT scanner just to rule out anything serious, and right there mid-scan, she seized. Full tonic-clonic seizure on the table. The room exploded into motion, and within minutes, we had her intubated, stabilized, and confirmed what we feared, an acute brain bleed. It was one of those surreal moments where the air feels heavier, where the line between fine and fighting for life is razor thin. But the next day, less than 24 hours, I walked into the ICU, and there she was, extubated, sitting up in bed, talking to us like nothing had happened, telling us she remembered none of it, thank God. We were stunned and deeply grateful. That moment stuck with me, not just because of the outcome, but because it reminded me of how fragile life is, how quickly it can change, how important it is to be ready, to stay calm, and to act as a team. But most of all, it reminded me why I love this work, because sometimes when all the right things come together, the meds, the timing, the training, the teamwork, you get to witness something that feels like a miracle. So in your first year, when you're overwhelmed, when you make a mistake, and you will, or when you doubt yourself, remember your why and let that carry you. I also want to mention that the road ahead will demand persistence. Hard work is the backbone of success in this field, and it won't always be easy. There will be long nights, challenging patients, and moments when you feel like you've reached the limit of what you can give. But here's the truth. It's through these challenges that you'll discover your true potential. Hard work isn't about never feeling tired. It's about pushing through and learning from every setback, keeping your eyes on the bigger picture, which is the impact that you're making. Remember that success is earned through consistency, effort, and resilience. There will be days when you feel like you're not moving fast enough or getting enough recognition, but each patient you help, each lesson you learn, and every step you take will add up over time. The small, seemingly insignificant moments are the ones that build a foundation of expertise and compassion. So stay committed to your journey, trust the process, and know that every bit of effort you put in is shaping the provider you will become. And also take care of yourself, really. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and this career asks you to give a lot. Make time for what fills you up, whether it's exercise, prayer, playing with your dog, or binging reality TV. Find what makes you happy, because burnout is real. So find that balance early and honor it. Also, lean on your people. They were your practice patients when you first held a stethoscope. They were your sounding board before every exam. They deserve a thank you and probably a nap. So keep them close. Medicine is hard, but it's a lot less hard when you're not in it alone. And while I'm at it, I just want to shout out my incredible husband, family, and friends for giving me constant support and love, because I know they're all watching on the live stream. So hello. So class of 2025, my future fellow colleagues, you're walking into the greatest adventure of your life. Will it challenge you? Absolutely. Will you cry in your car sometimes? If you're like me, yes. Will you get to help heal, comfort, teach, and serve others every single day? Absolutely. And you are ready. And when you're not, your team will help get you there. So as you step in this next phase, I encourage you to stay true to the values that brought you here. Hold tight to your why, but let it evolve as you do. You will learn and grow in ways that you cannot even imagine. And through it all, you will become someone that you can be proud of. So wear your white coat with pride, and let it remind you of what you've overcome, what you've committed to, and who you are becoming. And I want you to know this. The world needs providers like you, those who are not just knowledgeable, but compassionate, driven, and ready to serve. Your ability to listen, to empathize, and make tough decisions in high-pressure moments will shape the care that you provide and the trust that you build with your patients. As you step into this role, remember that your impact extends far beyond treatments and diagnoses. It's about the human connection you create, the comfort you offer, and the difference you make in someone's life when they need it the most. So please trust me when I say you've got this. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Lauren, for those honest words. I know they're very thoughtful and inspiring, and I hope you all take it to heart what she said. Now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. We'll proceed with the presentation of the white coat. Each of the graduates' name is going to be called. As they're called, please come forward to receive your white coat from our faculty members. Family and friends, we ask that you hold your applause until all graduates have been coated. I'm going to ask that the faculty members please approach the front of the stage and take your places. Will the first row of the class of 2025 please rise and approach the front of the stage. As your name is called, please walk across the stage and stand in front of the coding faculty.
Bethlehem Ashigray. Trina Bateson. Brianna L. Becker. Joshua Belder. Ariana Bhatia. Jenna Rose Bianco. Katrina Noel Bragan. Nicole Brown. Timothy Caleb Birch. Tiffany Chang. Nicole Ciccone. Lena Kelly Donato. Hope Elizabeth Drews. Mary Dupert. Angel Escobar. Sean Fox. Maya Nicole Font. Samantha Frank. Rianne N. Frere. Eric Leon Harrington. Carrie Margaret Hojecki. Shelby Catherine Huffnall. Catherine Hunt. Healer Deborah Marie Icovelli. Sharon Eileen Jennings. McKaylee Joy Kerr. Grace Marie King. Vivian Lowe. Ashley Elizabeth Lupachuk. Helen Monther Madanat. Madeline Rose McShane. Catherine Melchione. Catherine Rose Milner. Ana Julia Vittoria Molina. William Thomas Nickel. Olivia Bridget Noto. Megan K. Olson. Romy Patel. Veronica Isabel Perez. Hannah Louise Pickett. Layla Podzic. Taylor D. Price. Jesse Nathaniel Rivera. Julia Rose Robinson. Maria Romano. Haley Elizabeth Sr., Grace Terry, Genesis Weaver, Abigail Marie Welder, Madeline Williams Wallace, Taylor Wolf, Haley Zarrett, Xavier Taylor, Lindsay May Pinkerton,
Family and friends, please, let's go ahead and give everyone a round of applause. At this time, I'd like to invite Professor Jolene Bohensky to the podium to lead the class in the Pledge of Professionalism.
All right, graduates, please rise. You are about to affirm your commitment to the principles that will guide your professional lives. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. The pledge is printed in your brochure to follow along. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. And we're going to say the next together. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-malfeasance, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and my skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. Thank you. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to invite the 2025 PA Class President, Lindsay Pinkerton, to the podium to address her classmates.
For those of you who don't know me, you should know I am quite the type A student, and my Google Calendar is my Bible. So while usually I have my days booked and color-coded from dusk till dawn, you might be alarmed to know I didn't add this speech to my calendar until 3 days ago. So bear with me as I make my way through this. As my classmates and I have progressed through the last 26 months, we all lived by that Google Calendar. It told us exactly where to be, what to do, and when to do it. As we complete this chapter of life and enter a new one where our Google Calendar is not filled out for us, it can feel both exciting and also daunting. With nothing but opportunity ahead of us, there comes with it an added pressure. You may feel it now, and you might have felt it at the start of your last rotation. Nevertheless, it's an omnipresent force that tends to shake the ground beneath your feet, which can feel unsettling. Now, I'm not here to bring any fear or stress back to the forefront of your mind, but maybe with a stroke of luck or just halfway decent public speaking skills, I can change your perspective. I'm sure you have all experienced the underlying pressure to be the smartest, richest, most successful, or whatever else society is encouraging you to be. That rumble beneath your feet might feel even greater now that we are done with school. Your Google Calendar might start to look like back-to-back interviews, dedicated time for revising your resume, and oh my God, I haven't been to the dentist in 10 months. But now the ground is really shaking. Instead of applying pressure to what you should do and filling up your calendars with to-dos, I want to encourage you to take time for yourselves first. In between the meetings and appointments, silence the noise and settle the shaking. That will look different from one person to the next. For me, it means working out, meal prepping, spending time building community and connections, and getting outside for as long as possible every day. I think we could all use a little more vitamin D after spending the last 26 months studying inside. But for you, it might mean trying a new restaurant, a trip to the beach, or a pedicure. Regardless of how you quiet the noise, make sure it fills you with love and compassion. It is impossible to care for others to our highest abilities if we ourselves are not cared for first. I strongly believe that how we treat ourselves is a direct reflection of how we will treat our patients and those around us. And listen, the reality is most of us have already been doing this. You've made it through some of the worst days of PA school, no matter how many times you wanted to stop studying or just quit altogether. Every single student in this room managed to quiet the noise and settle the shaking. I'm also very proud of you all. But it is time to turn the page and be the calm during the storm for your patients. You will show up for them in ways they never thought possible. And above all else, you will be kind and patient. You will provide care to each patient like they are your mom, your sister, and your friend. You will fight for patients' rights the same way you fought to be here today. Think about your journey for a moment. Think about how rewarding it is for all of this to come full circle. What I hope you take away from this is to prioritize yourself so that in the end you can put your best foot forward each day for your patients. Fill your Google Calendar with self-love, self-care, and self-compassion so that way we may extend the same gentle hand to our patients. Lastly, I would like to say congratulations to you all for making it through such a busy, stressful, and challenging time. We are officially physician assistants, so congratulations, PCOM class of 2025. I would also like to give a shout out to the amazing PA faculty. We could not have made it here without your continued support and guidance. And finally, a shout out to our wonderful family, friends, and preceptors like Dr. G. Words alone cannot express the gratitude we feel for having you all by our side throughout PA school. Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay. Really appreciate those words. This white coat ceremony is always a little different for me because 25 years ago, I chose this as my profession. So I welcome you as an actual physician assistant to the profession. So this is a little bit different for me. So I want to congratulate you once again because you're our newest members and the newest graduates here. And I want you to understand that today is not just an acknowledgement of your achievements, but a profound recognition of this responsibility that you're going to be embracing. And I think you've heard that from our speakers today. It's also going to be incredibly rewarding, though, and I want you to remember that. Remember the significance of this day and the trust that now has been placed in you. We'd like to thank those distinguished speakers today because they gave you an honest picture of what it's going to look like. We want to thank our dedicated faculty that's here supporting you, to our faculty and our staff that have put this on, but most importantly to the family around you that has supported you through all of this. I want you to go ahead and give them a round of applause right now. Your family's support is invaluable and will continue to be invaluable for the rest of your life. So make sure that you use all of their wisdom. This concludes the white coat ceremony, and I want to thank everyone for coming. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful afternoon, and congratulations, class of 2025.
At this time, I ask you all to please remain in your seats until the faculty and students have completed the recessional. Thank you all for being here today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.